afternoon. This is the knitting news from Knit Happens Teesside for Thursday, the 11th of July 2019. Well, last night there were 9 of us at knitting. That's without Katie. There was Maggie and Faye and Andrea and Athene and Andy and Sarah and Katrina and Jill and me. So we were very busy. That was really nice that there was a big full table of people. So Maggie was working on a Marie Wallin cardigan. I'm not sure how many Marie Wallin projects Maggie has on the needles, and I'm not sure that Maggie's sure how many Marie Wallin projects she has on the needles, but she does finish them. So she has the front and the back, and the front is going to be steeked, which is going to be knitted and then cut. So then she thought, well, why is the back separate if she's going to cut up the front? She may as well have the front and the back all on one big circular needle and do them, because that way she'll be knitting from the front and she'll be able to see what she's doing. So that's the plan. So she's getting the other part up to the same level, and then she's going to join them all together and start doing it on a circular, which will be much more effective and easier. So Faye was working on, well, she'd changed the straight needles for a circular needle in the multicoloured design that she's making of stripes, which has caused her knitting to be way less tangled than it was before with all the different ends. But she's also working on an Alice Starmore shawl, almost a cape, with it gets progressively bigger and it's got ridges down it, so it's a bit sort of like dragon's tail or something like that. But I think she's going to really enjoy that. In fact, she's done quite a lot already. Andrea's done loads. She said I'd done loads, but when I looked at her knitting, she'd done way more than me. So she's making Boxy, which is, she was only casting on last week, and she was doing the rib last week, which is only little, and then it's quite a wide garment, and she's done about this much. And it's lovely, even if it is the colour of colostrum. No, we like it. It's a very nice colour. So then there was Athene, who is still working on her bag. And it's looking really good. Which matched Andy's shawl, which is sort of shadow work crochet, I think, where the stitches appear slightly lighter or darker, depending on, in alternate rows of 2 colours, depending on whether you work into the front or the back of the single crochet if you're American, or double crochet if you're an old-fashioned English girl. So that was sort of turquoisey and blue, and Athene's bag sort of turquoisey and blue, and Andrea's t-shirt was sort of turquoisey and blue, so they all matched. Then there was Sarah at the end, and she was working on a green-themed square this week. No doubt to put in her rainbow-themed blanket, I would say, but I didn't ask her. But lovely. Then there was Patrina. Patrina was crocheting teddy bear shorts to go on the teddy bear for the baby that's going to have a matching jumper to the teddy bear's jumper. But I don't think that the teddy bear's shorts are going to be also copied for the baby. I'm not quite sure I don't think she's going to make crocheted shorts for the baby. But she might. But I don't think so. So next to Patrina there was Jill, who has completed her twice knitted sweater for her husband. because each piece wasn't quite the right size. And last night she was working on a cushion cover, a knitted cushion cover, sort of like a basket weave effect. And she also had with her 3 teddies that were made with kits off a knitting magazine. And one was a monkey, one was a giraffe, and one was a teddy bear. I really like the monkey because he had rosy cheeks and stripy legs, but I can't remember his name. Something chimp. Charlie the chimp, maybe? And me, well, I was working on my pie shawl. So I've got about this much edge done, and I've got to do about this much edge about maybe twice or 3 times more before I'm right round to the beginning of the edge. But I do like doing it, but maybe not for 2.5 hours solid. Better have a cup of tea. If you can hear shouting going on, it's my chef. My tea's ready, but I'm going to finish this first. This is masala chai tea. A bit spicy and quite refreshing. So I wound some of my yarn this morning. I wound some silk mohair, which is, well, it does tend to sort of stick to itself. So that was something new. Just had to be very careful. But it looks lovely. Now it's in a yarn cake. It looks really nice. So I might treat myself to a cast on. But then again, I might not. So I think that's more or less it for this week. Seeing as my tea's ready. And I'm going to go and watch a little bit of Wimbledon. And hopefully I'm going to watch Nadal beat Federer. More news, maybe, next week.